Hello everyone and welcome to Shifting Gears. For rupees 12.99 lakhs, this is a steal deal. This is the 2024 Mahindra Thar Roxx. Now, as you all know, the Mahindra Thar Roxx is a 5-door SUV, but the Thar Roxx is a 5-seater SUV, not really a 7-seater, just because it has increased in its size. Now, compared to the 3-door Mahindra Thar, this Mahindra Thar Roxx in its 5-seater, 5-door avatar, it is going to attract a lot more buyers because this has now become more family friendly, and it still, continues with that Thar DNA of being off-road focused and being a very capable off-road vehicle. In this video, we are going to speak about the exterior design of this all-new Mahindra Thar Roxx. We have multiple other long format videos. One where we speak about the interior cabin of this car and we show you all the features that are available on the inside. This, like I mentioned, is the exterior design review video. Then we have one dedicated video where we speak about the off-road performance of this Thar Roxx, one video where we speak about the on-road performance of this Thar Roxx, and one very special video which makes the most amount of sense for this Thar Roxx. That is why this vehicle has been built, and that is the backseat drive, feel and experience. I am being driven around in the backseat of this Thar Roxx. That is why this car was designed and developed, and that video should give you a better idea if this product is a good fit for you or not. So first, subscribe to the Shifting Gears channel, press that bell icon so that you are notified every time we upload a video about this Thar Roxx, so that you can make an informed SUV buying decision. And there is no shame in calling this an SUV, because this is a proper 4x4 SUV, an off-road focused SUV. Everything else in this price range is a poser. Now, there are quite a few other options like the Maruti Suzuki Jimny, which if you park next to this is going to be quite funny. Then you also have the likes of the Force Gurkha, which nobody cares about. Then you have the Mahindra Thar 3-door, which is also quite capable, but then it is not really a single car option for family car requirements. But this can be your only car in the garage, and everybody in your family can be happy inside it. First, what I want to show you before we get into the design details is this key of this Mahindra Thar Roxx. So have a look at this. You get a flip key, but what I like more than the key is this key ring, which you can very easily attach to your denim. Very nicely done. I hope this is offered to you free when you buy this Thar Roxx. Now, let us start with the design. Have a look at that particular variant, a shade of green of this Mahindra Thar Roxx. There are a total of 7 color options available for the Mahindra Thar Roxx, but if you look at it from the front end, it is distinct. It has that iconic design language and it shouts out a Thar. And you buy the 3-door or this 5-door variant, this design language has been loved and appreciated by the mass market, and I am sure Mahindra is going to get some really good sales figures with the addition of this 5-door Thar Roxx. Now, when you look at the front end design of this vehicle, you will notice the 6-pack grille. That is what they said during the presentation, because John Abraham was standing next to the vehicle. So have a look at this. This grille is different compared to the 3-door variant, and it is nicely done. Not too much of chrome, nothing gaudy over here. And this is where Mahindra is written over here. On the older generations of the Thar, you would notice the Mahindra chrome lettering below the windscreen, but here it is very tastefully done. Then you will notice you get C-shaped LED DRLs with this Mahindra Thar Roxx. You get a full LED headlamp, and this looks quite nice and it is finished quite well. And then you will notice lower down, you also have a front fog lamp. Next to it, you will notice you have your front parking sensor, and this over here where you get LED DRLs on the 3-door Thar, here you have an LED turn indicator inside this black surround. When you want to open up the bonnet, of course you have these clamps on either ends. But then for ergonomics, check this out, you have been given these, cutouts from where you can very easily lift the bonnet of this Mahindra Thar Roxx. And also over here, have a look at how neatly the front camera has been tucked in. Now this camera is for your 360-degree camera support. Yes, this vehicle also gets ADAS, and the ADAS camera is up top over there on the windscreen. Level 2 ADAS functionality is now available with the Mahindra Thar Roxx, and I am hoping that even the 3-door variant of the Thar benefits from all these features eventually after the buzz has reduced a bit for this 5-door variant. Just have a look at the front end design. Typical SUV, very good looking, very bold looking, and it shouts out that it can take a beating and it can conquer that trail. On the front bumper section, you will notice you have black plastic cladding, you have a healthy dose of grey too to break the monotony, and just have a look at this ground clearance section. Really tough skid plates on offer with this Thar Roxx, and you also have a towing hook over here. So if at all you are going out hardcore off-roading with this vehicle, should you get stuck, if you are not making the sensible choice, you can, winch your vehicle out. So this Mahindra Thar Roxx is purpose built and you are getting all that you need. Now when you look at the front windscreen, very nicely done. No ugly looking rubber beading all around it. So that also is a design feature, I would say. Then you will notice you have these, wipers. Very nicely done too. They are not, popping up where your point of view is going to start. So that is also very nicely hidden. You will notice you have two, windscreen washers over here. And then when you come to the left hand side, you will notice that with this Mahindra Thar Roxx, you have this antenna. And this also looks quite cool because this is unconventional placement, but we know where Mahindra is taking design cues from. Nevertheless, looks quite nice. And when you come up close to the front windscreen, you will notice some Easter eggs. Check this out. This is your Thar 5-door. Do you recognize it? Let us know in the comments below. Then have a look at the front wheel arches. Really, really prominent. Metal body structure, plastic pieces or fiber pieces, whatever you would like to call it. You have your turn indicators positioned over here on the front wheel arches, not on the metal piece. The indicators are not over here on the side mirrors, wing mirrors either. On the wing mirror, of course, you will notice that you do get that camera because this vehicle comes with 360-degree camera support. And then lower down, you will notice you have a very, sturdy side step to get in and out of this vehicle. Now just have a look at this side profile. The Mahindra Thar Roxx, this 5-door Thar, it is quite a big car. My height is 5 feet 8 inches and this is how tall I look next to the vehicle. Now there are no dual tone paint options with this car, but of course you get that dual tone finish because the roof section is finished in black and this is not really a painted surface. Have a look at this. The A pillar is not blacked out. The B pillar is not blacked out. The C pillar is also not blacked out, but you have this kink over here. The way, this C pillar just drops towards the tail end. You get this rear quarter glass. Again, you have your Easter eggs over here, which hint that the Thar Roxx can crawl up easily and effortlessly. And have a look at this roof section. It is very well put together. Nothing has been moving around too much or, nothing has been rattling around too much. So, no problems in terms of, the way the vehicle is built. On the door, you will notice the front gets flap type door handles. And then over here for the rear door, you have a flap type handle, but it is positioned over here on this C pillar. Now, I don't know why this has been done because I would have preferred a handle over here. That would have looked more cohesive in terms of design, but design is subjective. Mahindra thinks this looks cool. I am not really a fan of this, but it is what it is. This is how you have to open up the rear door. Let me unlock the car and show it to you. So check this out. This is how you open and close the rear door of this Mahindra Thar Roxx. Then at the back, you will notice you have these prominent wheel arches again, squared off in design. And just have a look at those alloy wheels, 19-inch wheels, MRF Wanderer tires. These are all-terrain tires and these are really big. But just have a look at the side profile again. These tires are filling up that wheel well area quite nicely. So even though this Thar Roxx is a big SUV, it doesn't look under-tired. These tires are giving it a good stance. And then of course you will notice that these alloy wheels are machine finished. So you get that diamond cut like pattern. And just have a look at this, the Mahindra logo, the new logo over here. And of course you have to notice that the rear wheels, they are also getting disc brakes. So this Thar Roxx is offering you all 4 disc brakes. Now moving to the rear end of this vehicle, what I really like are the tail lamps. They look very nice. You have C-shaped circular LED DRLs at the front, and at the back you have C-shaped LED tail lamps, but these are more rectangular. Smoked tail lamps, even the headlamp has a little bit of a smoke treatment. This looks very classy, and thank you Mahindra for not writing Thar over here. This looks very nice, very tasteful, not gaudy at all. Now this is where you open your tailgate from. This is how it opens up. The lower half first and then the upper half, the glass section. If you happen to first close the lower section, you will then not be able to close the glass section. So every time you open the tailgate or someone opens the tailgate of your vehicle, if at all you are a frequent, visitor to 5-star hotels or any security in that case, they have to first close this section and then slam the lower half. On the lower half of that tailgate, you will notice you have your spare wheel, and there is one thing which is very cool over here on this spare wheel. Just have a look at this reversing camera, how it has been integrated on the spare wheel. So making use of a screwdriver, you will first have to open up this panel, this element over here, so that you get the camera off, and then you get the spare wheel off if you have to fix a puncture, if you want to make use of that spare wheel. Overall, a very boxy design language from the rear end, split in 2 colors, of course, because you have the black, plastic kind of a finish up top, and then lower half has your body color. Then on the bumper, you will notice you have a dose of black plastic cladding. You have that grey plastic cladding as well. You have your reversing sensors for park assistance, and you have your rear reflectors too. And then you also have your number plate over here, where there is no additional chrome garnish or any gaudy treatment. Lower down, when you look at this, you have a towing hook over here as well, and on the right hand side you will notice you have your exhaust tip. The muffler is slash cut, so it looks cool too when you look at the vehicle from behind, and you have very functional mud flaps too over here. So these are going to be very useful when you drive your car in monsoon season. Now below this door opening handle at the back, you will notice you have a conventional keyhole. So use your key. If you want to open it up, you can use this. It is okay, I'm not going to complain about it. And on the driver door too, you will notice you have the same keyhole. Now I don't know why this vehicle couldn't just get true keyless entry with a request sensor button. Of course you do have a push button start, but you have to unlock the vehicle with the key. This is the side profile. On the front fender, you will notice the Thar Roxx branding. Just have a look at how it is done. Thar stands out. Roxx is, underlining the fact that this is the 5-door variant. Again, have a look at how tall I look next to this vehicle. Very good looking, isn't it? It is a very good design in terms of, looking purpose built, but now being more welcoming to family car buyers. Now there are little things which we like to show you in our detailed reviews. So have a look at this cutout section over here. This is where your washer nozzle is if you want to wipe off your rear windscreen. You also have a high mount stop lamp over here and plastic pieces, metal, plastic, metal. So although you can see this to be in black, this is a metal structure. This is not a fiber structure. So this, I think, has been done in the interest of safety. And also you have that dual pane panoramic sunroof too. All of these metal structures are going to allow for such features to be offered in this Mahindra Thar Roxx. And very quickly, also have a look at this ground clearance. We had absolutely no problems when we went off-roading in this Thar Roxx with 5 people on board, and all of us were not light passengers. We are healthy adults, and it could just tackle that off-road trail with absolute ease. And of course, this is a 4x4 vehicle, a 4x4 variant that we have with us today. So you have your 4x4 badge over here. Now, if you buy the 4x2 variants, I don't know if over here you will have rear wheel drive lettering. Let us very quickly have a look at the glass greenhouse on this vehicle. So this front windscreen, it is not too large, but you can notice that it is almost vertical, very steeply raked. The driver glass greenhouse on this driver side, front glass on the door, and of course on the passenger side too. A very good visibility, area. The rear glass, only this section is going to open up. This is your fixed quarter glass. So, here you are not going to get to, roll down the window completely. And then this is your rear quarter glass, but it doesn't really matter. They could, take the liberty to design it as they want, as they wish, because nobody is going to be seated over here. Thar Roxx is a 5-seater vehicle. And then this is your spare wheel, which you might think is going to eat up in terms of your visibility from this rear windscreen section. But it is not, going to bother you, because anyway, the second row seat, when you look at it from the rear end, it is positioned higher above the spare wheel positioning. And of course, speaking about glass greenhouse, you will notice you have a really large dual pane panoramic sunroof, which is available with this Mahindra Thar Roxx, and this adds a lot of drama to your daily drives. What is your opinion about this Mahindra Thar Roxx? You let us know in the comments below. Do you like the design of this car? Do you dislike the design of this car? Would you buy any other SUV which is playing around in this price pool? Let us know your thoughts, and if you have any other questions, ask us in the comments below and we will try our best to help you out. Till next time, subscribe to the Shifting Gears channel, press that bell icon, always drive safe and always wear your seatbelts.